Hello and welcome along to part 158 of this FM22 One Club story from Hemel Hempstead Town with me, Daniel. We're back today in the Tudor Times after a very tense start to the season at the top of the table to face Borussia Monchengladbach in our second Champions League game, our first on the road, and then Birmingham City away from home as well, a game where we should pick up a comfortable win on paper. Overall, it's been an okay start to the season. Gianni Gilby is still banging the goals in. So if you're looking forward to finding out what's been going on and how we get on today, then please do chuck a thumbs up on the video and subscribe down below for daily FM22 content. There's links up in the eye above to the latest season of the Viborg save. We're rebuilding the Danish club there. There's also links to Sunday's doubleheader, the experiment and the top three, as well as much more up there and down in the description below. But thank you very much for supporting as always, as we are back for two big games on the road. Games we'd expect to get results in, but games that could easily trip us up. Let's see what's been happening since you were last with me though, because we have dropped 2 more points. We are 2 points off United, 1 behind Spurs, Norwich up there after a good start, as are Arsenal, Liverpool, City and all the other usual suspects. And Chelsea again, not anywhere near. But let's see what's happened on the schedule, because Chelsea was the source of our frustration despite their poor start. 5 points from 6 games, but 1 of them was against us. You were with me for the very solid 0-0 draw at Arsenal and of course transfer deadline day last time out. The 5 games since, that Chelsea one's the only blemish. We won 1-0 at home to Southampton. Gianni Gilby with yet another winner early on in his start at the club. A 4-1 win at home to Bordeaux as our rotated side ran riot. Frederick Anders back into the team and fair play to him, he got a brace. John Mellon and Alberto Vass got 1 each as well. A 1-1 draw at Chelsea thanks to Dominic Chauvin's instant equaliser. A 2-0 win in the Carabao Cup at Middlesbrough thanks to Vitz Srubeck and Stanley Azoma, the other backup strikers. Anders got injured in that one. And then a 4-2 win at home to Crystal Palace. 2 for Gilby at either end of our scoring spree, with Coronel and then Joe scoring in between. So things going pretty well at the moment, but we mentioned this before, we've had a relatively fortunate start to the season, and the 2 tougher away tests we've had on paper we've struggled in. So maybe in the next month or so, when we get through to November and we're playing United, Liverpool, West Ham away, then into December with City away, Spurs, are we going to start to suffer a bit more? I'm still not quite sure where we are just yet. But the Champions League, of course, is the one that we've got to chase. So let's get into the Monchengladbach game. See if we can get the second win in a row. Bordeaux have lost to Atletico Madrid. How did the other 2 get on in the opening day? Let's have a look at the group stages. So Atletico on 4, so they drew. So this is going to be a tougher test for us, you'd imagine, than Bordeaux. And away from home, always going to be difficult. They're the 3rd seeds, Bordeaux were 4th. And we really want to get the points before we face Atletico. Liam Delap's still going. He's playing for the host today. Over in Germany, must be into his 30s now. And R11 is going to be changed a bit because Coronel's struggling for fitness. Herv's struggling at left back. I'm almost inclined to do what I did last year and go for the backup team in the group stages. Should still get us through and it gives us that freshness. So we're going to rotate. We'll be back in a minute for the 11. And when you look at it on paper, it's not a team that's actually much weaker at all, is it? We look at last year, Carlos Martin was key first half of the season. De Witt has been first choice for a while. Both of the other midfielders are very dependable. Srubeck was last year's top scorer. Klaassen and Mellon were first choice most of last season. Hannafan's club captain. John Moore was first choice keeper. I mean, there's a lot of strength in that team. So the 11 in full is Moore in goal. Mellon and Klaas at fullback, joined by Hannafan and wonder kid Arthur at centre half. De Witte, Louise, Vass and Martin the midfield diamond. And then Srubeck and Azoma, both off the mark in that League Cup tie. Can they add today? We've got Gilby and Torres on the bench just in case they can't. But I'm hopeful we're not going to need to go to the emergency plan today. Into the first game we go. Let's see if we can get the win. 2 changes for our hosts, only 6 substitutes and Liam Delap, the familiar name of course. But we're going to get through the dressing room. This should be a comfortable result for us. If all goes to plan, if we can find our scoring boots, which is always the one big question with these strikers, then we should be able to put them to the sword. Let's get through the tunnel interview into the first half. Hopefully be a good night in Germany. As early doors, it's a throw-in for the hosts on the right-hand side. Well intercepted by Klaas and Vass goes back to John Moore in goal. Big long kick downfield towards Srubeck, who knocks down for Azoma. If there's ever a time for him to start stepping up, it's now. And he does really, really well there. gets in behind, takes on his man. He's got the pace, we know that for sure. Brought down by a sandwich in the box, and it's going to be a penalty kick. I've no idea who takes it for this team. See if we get a chance to change it. It is. Penalty awarded. We don't get the opportunity. Who's 24? Alberto Vass will step up to take this. Right-footed into the bottom corner. Perfect start. 5 minutes gone, and from the penalty spot we lead. Gladbach 0, Hemel Hempstead Town 1. Azoma did all the hard work there. And we're going straight from the kickoff with Brockholt, the striker. Back to the centre half. They're playing out from the back. Not trying to go long, although Klaas intercepts. He started really well here. Finds Srubeck again to Martin. Through ball towards Srubeck. He's in one-on-one from the kickoff. Great save by the keeper. We risk running riot here. If we get a second goal quickly, this could become a very frightening night. As it's Vass with the corner kick to Hanifan at the back post. Heads over the barbs. The midfielder's scoring again, but the strikers did the work this time. And we're back again very quickly. Janssen has the ball at left back. Gladbach trying to come into this game, starting to play forward, but look how quick we're pressing them. And this is the difference when you play with those fresh legs in midweek. You don't often get caught out, and you get the opportunity to work harder, to work higher up the pitch. As Delat brings it down, through ball to Mant. They broke through us here. That's easy. The VAR is going to check it. The referee did put his hand up, but I don't think that's going to be disallowed. Looked a perfectly good goal to me. And it stands 1-1. Very poor defending. We're back with half an hour gone. Gladbach scored with their only chance after a dominant start. And it's gone quiet since. The Louise has nicked it high there. Martin to Srubeck. Oh, I do end up so grateful at the moment watching this. If we didn't have Gilby, this would be happening in the league again. We are scoring goals thanks to our star centre forwards. And when he's not in the team, we look a mile off it. Azoma again has had a shocker. And you know what? I'm not even going to wait. I'm going to take him off now. Gilby will come on. We know he's the man to save the day. And we're going to be reliant on him this year. Let's just hope he doesn't get injured into the second half. As we've got a free kick 30 yards out. Gianni Gilby takes it. First chance of the second half. Of course it's him. It's a good save to put it behind as well. The corner kick will be taken from the right by Vass. Towards the back post. Up go two, but Delat wins the header. Louise gets there first. Right side. Chance to cross. Goes back to De Witte. Finds Dean Arthur on his way back from the corner. And it just sort of peters out. And we're already looking to who the next sub's going to be as De Witte holds up for Hanifan. And we talked about Anders going on deadline day. But when you look at what happened in the last Champions League game, he is our main goal threat outside the starters. As Vass gives it to Martin. To Gilby. Good interception. Last ditch challenge. It's long downfield. And that's why I'm more inclined to sell Azoma, because he hasn't got that finishing touch. As Dean Arthur on halfway keeps the pressure on. We're not allowing them out at the minute, but we've got to take a chance. Get back in the ascendancy. Hanifan over halfway. Loads of bodies behind the ball. Everyone, in fact. Vass finds the ball though. Gilby gets in. And he nicks in above the goalkeeper. He's too good. He is the answer, but we have no other striker like him. Imagine if we had two players of that standard. We would be ridiculous. Torres has been a good foil to him in the league, but he's not a goal scorer at the same level. Gianni Gilby is a match saver. We're 25 to go. We're going to give some rest. Louise is struggling a bit in the middle. I don't really have that many fresh legs. Collins and Joe will come on. He'll go box to box. And then I either take a sub at the back, or do I bring on Andreka for De Witte? He's on a yellow. We want to look after him. So Andreka will play the last 25. And it's calmed down a bit as we come to the last 15 minutes with a free kick right on the edge of the box. Collins and Joe takes it, puts it over the bar. Very strange angle to have. Probably should have drilled that one. As Bockholt's back for Gladbach. They've had one shot on target all game. Side we managed in the head coach a couple of years back. But here, every time they go forward, they look a threat. And John Moore is forced into a brilliant save there. It's a good move from Gladbach. It's their second shot on target. Our expected goals is now nearly at 3.5. And again, before Gilby came on, we didn't look like taking one. That is the difficulty with our strikers. We are reliant on one man. Yes, he's won us the game here. Yes, it's another good 3 points. But we've got to find a way to win without Gilby. And we've got to find a way to get these other very good strikers scoring. Back in a moment for the weekend at Birmingham. Another one we should win. And Gilby will be in from the start. Fitness test time. It looks like Kevin Herve, the left fullback, is back to full fitness. Bit of a tongue twister that one. Frederick Anders has not made it. But we're away to Birmingham. We're going to change the team up again. Incidentally, the Premier League, some bizarre results going on this season. There was a 6-5 on Friday night. There was a 10-1 a couple of weeks ago. It is absolutely chaotic at the minute. We're going to make all the changes recommended, get back to our first 11. Jason Dolner, expected to start up front. He's made it back to the Premier League. Fair play to the lad. I never thought he was that good. That's really impressive. He scored 2 goals in 3 appearances, scored over 1 in 2 at Cardiff. In other circumstances, he would have got more of a chance for us, but at the time he was behind Mario Ricca. He's a fabulous player. Fair play to him. He's maximised his potential. Let's pick our team back in a moment to run through it. Okay then, here is the team we've gone for. The assistant keeps trying to put Srubeck in above Torres, which on performances isn't justified. The team we're going for in full though is Murillo in goal, Chauvin and Herve, who is back to fitness at left back, with Davris and Zaruk as centre half. A world-class midfield now, there's no other way of putting it. And Drecker, Stamatis, Coronel and Njo. And in Gilby, back in from the start up front with Carlos Torres alongside him. Not as well rested after having saved the game against Gladbach, but he should be fresh enough to get us a result. Birmingham away, relegation candidates. We don't win this, we don't deserve to defend our title. As Jason Dolner does indeed start for Birmingham City, managed by Stephen McGinn. Glenn Ridley alongside him, a big target man we did try to sign on loan back in the Championship, I think it was many years ago. But lovely to see one of our old players who wasn't that great, didn't really make it, step up and rise through the leagues again. We're going to tell the lads to do as well as they can. We've got a couple motivated. The only issues here really are not putting the goals away, injuries or complacency. If we avoid those, this should be a comfortable win. Birmingham playing the back 3 is something we've struggled against at times, but with our more positive mindset now, with our better defence, we do deal with it a lot more comfortably, as that was almost certainly a foul throw which we get away with. And Drecker on the left byline, back to Njo and Stamatis. Shots just over the bar. It was a cracking effort, but couldn't quite keep it down. Tottenham are winning. Arsenal are losing. That's a surprise one. Norwich are winning again. They've started really well this season. So there is a threat to us, to be fair, because other sides are stepping up this year and keeping pace. But at the moment, we're not really making any mistakes, as Njo's got a free kick, 25 yards out, fairly central. It's a lovely effort, though. Flores does really well, not just to save that, but certainly to hold it. That is an incredible effort, as he goes long downfield with the distribution, which wasn't quite so good. Stamatis intercepts, and it's worked into midfield. Davris goes back to Herve on the left-hand side, into Coronel, through to Njo, got space behind but just lays off to Torres. He goes back to Herve and Stamatis. Gilby doesn't make the run, so Stamatis shoots. And Flores again to the rescue. Lovely football, 20 minutes gone though. We've not really had a great chance yet, as we've got a throw-in on the left-hand side, yet again in an advanced position. I've noticed since Herve's come in, as Gilby's at the back post to head just over. We've had a lot more of our chances come down the left since he's joined the club. A lot more of our dominance and territory too. He does seem to have an impact in that area. Having said that, with 5 minutes to the break, our expected goals is over 1, but we've not had brilliant chances, and Birmingham, I think they'll be fairly content and comfortable. It's 0-0 at half-time, and we need to find some inspiration. So let's get through the dressing room. I'm going to tell them I'm not happy with what I've seen. We've got most of them motivated, not Murillo the keeper, but he's probably a bit of a passenger in goal. Might be getting bored at this point. An hour gone. I'm not going to wait any longer. I'm going to make the substitutions. Torres will come off for Vitz Rubeck, and Njo will come off for Carlos Martin, and Coronel will come off for Luis. 3 changes made. We're going for it. With half an hour to go, we need to find a goal, and it doesn't matter where it comes from. Well, Birmingham are coming into this, so with 15 to go, I've actually gone attacking. We're going to see if it makes a difference. There's more chances at both ends now, but they've been a better side second half. And we have got absolutely nothing to show, so we're going to demand more. We're into 3 minutes of stoppage time, and we have not seen a highlight in the last half an hour. As Flores has got a free kick for Birmingham just inside his own box, taking his time as you would imagine, and Drecker wins the header to Chauvin. This is last chance saloon. It could be a moment for champions. Vitz Rubeck's in. And again a good chance goes begging. A top-class striker has to score that. Has to put away a one-on-one in stoppage time. Martin takes the corner kick, which is where we've looked more the likely in recent weeks. Burnell heads the ball away. But if Gilby doesn't score, we don't really score at the minute. It's a big concern for this football team. as in 3 minutes of stoppage time it's basically end to end, and Birmingham deliver a cross with Dolner. Murillo comes to claim it, does well, lays it out to Herve, and now we're finally starting to show a bit of grit as Strubeck holds the ball up for Louise. Gilby's in behind, lays off for Carlos Martin, gets himself in, deflects off the defender. He dinked it over the keeper, the defender gets into block, and it's a corner kick again. Carlos Martin in swinger this time, 93rd minute, and he delivers it to the back post. Who's up? Nobody. It's cleared away, only as far as Andreka. Back to Carlos Martin, shots tipped over. It is constant, a bombardment of pressure, but we're not able to find a finishing touch, and we've wasted glorious chances again as Martin delivers the corner, headed away to the edge of the box, flicked on yet further. I think that's going to be it. For the second episode in a row, we're going to draw 0-0 on the road, and looking more broadly than that, yes, Gilby saved us in the week, but of our last 4 away league games, we've drawn 3 of them. Chelsea off camera as well. It's not been a good spell. And again, more chances, 2 expected goals. Haven't put 1 away. Gilby didn't have his best match, but Strubeck had to score that one at the end. So we look again with frustration as we're held and dropped 3 points behind in the title race. We've got to find another striker because Gilby scored 8. Nobody else in that front line has scored more than 2. And that was only Anders in 1 game. In the league, nobody scored more than 1. I'm looking ahead now. We are going to be back for that horrible spell at the start of next month. We've drawn Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, which we'll get through off camera. Thankfully, we've only got 1 away game in that time. Then it's Atletico Madrid, Manchester United and Liverpool. We'll get through the first 2 of those. It looks like the away games have more jeopardy this year. So they're the ones I'm generally going to show you. And in fact, I'd got it wrong. We didn't have another away league game. So we've drawn 3 in a row now. You've seen the 2-0-0s. We then drew 1-1 with Chelsea. There are some big concerns on the road still, and we're going to have to find a way over the next few months if we want to get closer in the title race and if we want to get Champions League glory. Or maybe we just need another Gianni Gilby in January, if we can find one. Took us 2 years to find him, to be fair. But we will be back at the start of November. 2 more big games on the road. If you did enjoy this episode, Gilby saving us in the Champions League, nobody putting 1 away in the Premier League, then do put a thumbs up on it. Let me know what you think of our lack of goals, certainly away from home. And do you think it's time we either consider a 1-striker tactic or maybe just go and blockbuster for another one alongside Gilby? Let me know that down in the comments. If you do want to stay up to date and find out how the rest of the season goes, subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on. The voice is on the blink just in time, so hopefully there will be a normal video tomorrow. In the meantime though, you can find all the other key links and playlists in the eye above or down in the description below. You can find a link tree there with every single link you could possibly need. And above my head now is the top 3 playlist. Do give it a try if you haven't already. And I'll see you again in a couple of days' time for big games on the road in Europe and in the Premier League.